Hello, welcome to another episode of Off the Cuff with Cliff, where you never know where a conversation is going to go. This is a follow up to a previous video. If you haven't seen that video, it'll be in the description below, but it tells you the reasons why you want to have an elevator pitch. Joined with me today is my partners in a venture that we're doing that we're launching in 2025. And the reason why we're talking about elevator pitch is because those of you that are in business know the importance of it. So, Max, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Max.
Max is a professional networker. He goes from networking event to networking event, as I do, and as well as
Eugene.
Eugene. And Eugene is our technical guy for the project that we're working on. So Max and I are going to have a conversation, and we're going to tell you what we think the most important things are when you're creating your elevator pitch. We're going to give you some tips. Max, you do a lot of networking, am I right?
Yeah,
And
I
so
would
what
say
we're
so.
working on right now, Eugene, is something that we've learned that over all the years of networking, things that practices that people have and don't have, and the importance of putting a tool or a toolbox together where people can be remembered and share their elevator pitch concisely, right? I use the word concise. So, Max, tell me the first thing that you want to do when you do an elevator pitch. Keep it concise. What do you mean by that?
It's an elevator pitch, and elevators got fast these days. So you got 30 seconds, maybe even less, to get your message out and pitch what you want to say.
Correct. So it's limited time. You got to get it out there and you got to get the key facts out there. Eugene, how is our new technologically advanced product that we're about to launch in
It
2025 take
allows
care
you
of this?
it allows you to record precisely what you want and what order and how long you want it, and when you're happy, you can launch it.
And one of the things that we put together is because as we learned when we go to different networking events, is your pitch at this event might be slightly different at another event.
It
Is that
should
right?
be. Yep.
It should be different, right? Because you want to keep telling the same people the same thing all the time, but sometimes you may be addressing a different audience and you want to be concise. To your point, Max, you want to make sure that you're concise in what you do. And what you're suggesting is with this new technology, you can make it as brief as you need to and you can change it on the fly.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Okay. What is another tip that we have?
The same thing for depending on your audience, to focus on value. You want to make sure that the group you're talking about needs and wants the information that you want to partake to them.
Okay. So value is very important, right? Can we go off the cuff for a second? Okay. So we all have these new electronic phones, right? And we're not going to mention any brands because we don't get any money for them. But some of them are in upwards of $1,000 and some are even more than that. And when you look at that price, you say to yourself, is it worth it? And
Yep.
what are your thoughts on that?
True.
True.
Probably worth it.
It's probably worth it. Do you think it's worth it? Sometimes. So I was of the camp that I couldn't see spending my $1,000 for a phone, right? That did all this stuff. And you know what? Someone broke it down to me, right? So unfortunately, it had to be a college kid, but that's okay. I'm nothing against college kids. And what they said was this, and it made a lot of sense. So your phone does a lot of things. So don't think of the $1,000 as the phone. Think of all of the apps, everything that are on it, right? So you can put your GPS in there. You can do text messaging. You can do video. You can take pictures. There's so many things that you can do with your phone that if you actually went out and bought that equipment, it would cost you more than that $1,000. So think about it. 5 years ago, 6 years ago, every car had to have a GPS system, right? You have to have the map. And when they first came out, you had to download it to update it. If you didn't download it, you could be going the wrong way down a one-way street, or they put a new road in you don't know about. So that was the first thing. Then they came up with all of these apps, right?
Yeah.
Where you had these different apps that can do it. And then you had Google Maps and you have all these other things that you can have there. But they were all on your car. But now you don't need to spend that extra $3,000, $4,000 to have it in your car. Why? Because you can just connect your phone to it and that acts as your GPS. So to me, I think the value of $1,000 is well worth it. Let's get back on topic. So we're talking about value. So that's the importance of value. So when it comes to the project that you're working on, how does value get implemented into that?
We Since we consider ourselves is the innovative toolbox, we allow you to save multiple different pitches
Oh,
because on the aspect of the value you want to communicate to one particular group.
and we talked earlier on the other show, but this might be a different audience. When you do a pitch, the idea of the pitch is you share that to somebody's phone
You
through
share to somebody
text.
else so they can release it or send it forward once they see fit.
Right, when they say fit. So I can send a different message to different people. Is that what you're
Absolutely.
saying? Fantastic. And so what is another very important thing when it comes to your elevator pitch?
Practice. You have, in most cases, for the true essence of an elevator pitch, you got one shot to make sure your message is clear and concise and has value. And sometimes you'll stutter over your words if you're not ready for it. So you need practice.
You got to practice. How do you practice?
You just look at yourself in the mirror and you just do your pitch with a
Mirror
timer.
with a tool that we've created, Mirror,
Oh, so go ahead. Talk about the tool.
you can record it, send it to the opinion to the closed circle, get the valuable response, re-record it, and make it practice tangible and improvable better than the mirror.
Wow.
Wow. Fantastic. Okay. What's another tip that you want to share?
Tailor to your audience.
Yes. Tailor to your audience, right? Why? Because at different networking events, there's different people, right?
Changes, yeah.
It changes. So when it changes, is that important, Eugene?
Absolutely. What's the worst experience when somebody's pitching to me and never ask where I'm interested in what they're here to sell.
Okay. So you don't even know if they're interested, but they keep rambling, right?
Keep rambling.
Keep rambling. And what is another key thing?
To start with a hook.
What do you mean start with a hook?
When you're in an elevator, you probably meeting this person for the first time. You need to make sure that the next word out of your mouth interests them enough that they will listen to the rest of your pitch.
Okay. Eugene, how do you engage somebody with a hook?
Me being in a Python training at all, hook means something else to me.
Okay.
I can engage with the hook in
Yeah.
elevator.
This is not a hook in an elevator. We're not in a boxing match, Eugene.
You deliver the something shocking yet interesting first, and then your pitch should deliver the value how you address that initial shock.
So you give them a shock. You give them something. Hey, I want to hear what has to say, right? And hopefully you start in the beginning with the reason why you want them to pay attention to you, right? Because as we know, when we go to networking events, there's a lot of people, a lot of activity and things taking place, right? All right, that's definitely a good point. What's another tip?
Be yourself. Be authentic.
Be authentic. Okay, so a lot of times people aren't authentic, right? Can you read through somebody that's giving you a total line of poop?
That's initially, even if you can put a finger on it subconsciously, you will feel it and it will backfire all the time.
Because people do business with what? People they know and trust, right?
Yep.
And so if they know that you're out there and you're making stuff up for the audience and you're really not that person and you don't have that integrity, you're not authentic. And if you're not authentic, what happens? People
Yep.
aren't going to buy from
Yeah.
you, right? Eugene, how does technology take care of that?
Technology cannot help you to be authentic unless you want it, but it certainly can help you by polish it and improve it going forward because, again, you can re-record and change your pitch as you go along.
Fantastic. So you can change things as you want. You can be authentic. And we didn't talk about this in the other video, but in this video here, what is the one thing people are getting when they're watching the video that you don't get?
They get you, they get your impression, they get your emotions.
They get emotions, right? So is that important?
Very important.
So if I stand up and say, "Hi, my name is Cliff Moore and I do blah, blah, blah," is that different than me? "Hey, my name is Cliff and I can do this and this for you." Which one are they going to remember more?
Oh boy, it's
The
tough
energetic one.
But that's what's going to happen. That's exactly what's going to. And what is another good tip?
So end your pitch with a call to action.
So what is a call to action, Matt?
Well, call to action is in fishing terms, it's when you
Okay.
pull them out of the water for the final touch. You are giving an action to the person you're pitching to for them to follow up. You're putting, as it was, the ball in their court.
Okay.
Because you don't want them to hear your pitch and walk away with nothing.
Right.
You want them to call you, subscribe, do something.
Okay. And this project that we've been working on for the last 18
we had a
months,
specific button for that.
we have a specific button for a call to action. But when somebody gets that pitch as we're sharing it, they not only get the video, what else do they get?
They get the video, they get your business cards, get your information to reach out to you. They get all the links that you want to share with them. If you have side projects or additional information out there, they have the whole package that they can explore themselves or send it to their friends.
Send it to
or-
somebody else. So again, what you know is important. Who you know is more important. Who knows what you know is most important because people can share you and it's a ripple effect, right? But there's something very unique about this project, right? So if I send somebody a video, they may or may not look at it. What is the one thing that this particular system does?
You have access to whether they click the link to begin with, whether they watch the video, have they watched the video to the very end or not. You have all that statistics right in front of you.
So you have a receipt that says they opened it up. You also get a receipt as to whether or not they finish it, right?
Correct.
Max, why is it important to make sure they finish message.
Because you want them to make sure that they heard the full message, that they saw the important value of your
And
message
get to the call to
and
action
get
at
to
the
the
end.
call
Call
to
to
action.
action, right? So people have to train themselves in the most part to give their call to action in the beginning. But to your point, you're giving them all of this stuff where they can save your business card in their phone, add it to their contacts, and share. When is this coming out?
Early in 2025.
And what's the name of it?
Pitch, share, connect. Don't miss it.
Don't miss it. And Max, all of the stuff that we've done at all these networking events, what have we learned from that?
We've learned so much, but we learned that people will listen and people like the new tool.
And we've been getting feedback, right? We were in beta test. We've had thousands of people try it and give us new things that
And
you
we
get
got
mad at
we got
because
we
we
got
keep changing it.
improved based on that
It gets improved
journey.
before it comes out. So you want to watch that. Watch for that coming out in 2025. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please subscribe to our channel. And if you haven't seen the other video, I will attach the other video in the description below. But I want to thank both Eugene and Max for coming and sharing our knowledge. And we hope to see you out there. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys.